What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here in Farming Simulator 25. This is our Start from Scratch series, episode number 21. And man, we have got a lot of work to do here on the farm. It is the first day in June. And as you could tell by the last video where we left off, our grass is ready to harvest. Our barley is ready to be harvested. We have eggs ready to be sold, and now we have some lettuce that has spawned, and I do believe lettuce is ready to be sold as well. Checking on the price of lettuce, it looks like it ticks up a little bit in July. So maybe we wait one more month to sell the lettuce. But we are definitely going to sell our eggs here in June. Looks like the supermarket's giving us the best price at $3,813 per liter. And we have a lot of liters. So we have a trailer of eggs. From the last episode, there is a trailer of eggs and sitting over at the shop. And we also have some more eggs over at the chicken coops. So we're going to hop in our Case tractor. Let's go grab the eggs from the trailer. We'll take it over to the chicken coops. We'll load up the rest of the eggs onto the trailer. And we will take these to the supermarket. Let's see how much money we get for them. As of right now, our current bank account, $275,428, and that's a lot of money. I don't know how much this haul of eggs is going to bring us, but it's going to take that bank account up. Hopefully it takes it over 300,000, and then we have all of our barley to harvest and potentially sell. I don't know what the price of barley is, and I certainly don't know. I think that's something chickens eat, so we might be able to stuff some of it into the chicken coop silos so they can have some food. But yeah, bank account's going to be over $300,000. And I tell you what, I kind of think we should keep, oh boy, look how, wow, this thing's hard to drive. I kind of think we should keep some money in the bank because we're going to have to start buying some more expensive equipment. Pretty soon we're going to need a header that does sunflowers. We are also going to need some potato harvesting equipment, I believe. So definitely some big purchases coming up, and I know we're going to get a lot of money for our grass, but yeah, just my thought process, keeping some money in the bank. Here is our goat milk. As you can see, we have a couple pounds of goat milk there. We'll have to check on the price of that. But as of right now, looks like we have a partial pallet over here and a partial pallet at the next chicken coop with one full pallet of eggs. I don't think we can pick this up by hand, and we forgot the tractor with the front loader. We cannot pick this up by hand, too heavy. So I tell you what we're gonna do. Let's just take our eggs like we have them to the supermarket and let's go ahead and sell them. We do have a field of sorghum here that's growing, 2 fields of barley and 2 fields of grass over there. We're going to go ahead and do all of that in today's episode. But right now, let's make some money with these eggs. And the decision that we have to make here in today's episode is, you know, what are we going to do with our money? Do we want to start getting into different types of products, like more expensive things like cotton or sugar beets, stuff like that? Or do we just want to expand our farm and, you know, keep doing some of the crops that we already have? We also need to buy a grain mill, and, you know, that's something we could purchase. But we'll have to figure out what the barley is going to do. How much can we put in with our chickens, and what the price of it, I mean, can we even sell it? We might have to buy a silo to store the barley, but we'll take care of that in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and sell these eggs now to the supermarket. Bam, there we go. $45,769. current bank account now up about 321,000. That is absolutely great. So let's go ahead and return this trailer. I mean, it's looking pretty dirty. Maybe we should wash it off, wash the tractor off. But we do want to hop in our harvester, and we want to take our harvester over to our chicken fields, and we want to harvest all the barley, and then we're going to come over to our humongous barley field over by the main farm, and we're going to harvest that barley too. We're probably going to have a lot of it. That is one massive field there, the field of barley. All right, here we go, washing off the trailer. I mean, it is pretty dirty. This thing has been used, and honestly, I've never washed it. So we're gonna wash it right now. Let's get all the goo and gunk off of it from the eggs. I mean, you know, eggs leave behind goo and gunk. And we're just gonna make sure this thing is pristine as pristine can get. Make sure we wash off the wheels, wash off the top of it. And now let's get the tractor here. I mean, you know, this tractor is a little dirty. I want to make sure we keep our vehicles clean. And then we are going to hop right in our harvester, and we are going to harvest us some barley. All right, trailer and the tractor are pretty clean. Let's go ahead and drop this trailer off where it goes, right here behind this greenhouse. And let's turn off this tractor. Let's hop out and let's hop into our harvester. All right, well, here it is. I mean, this is awesome. Now, this thing needs to be repaired, honestly. If you look at the repair status, let's try and drive this around here, and let's drive it over to the shop. We're gonna repair it. I'm not sure if it's the harvester that needs to be repaired or maybe it's the header. Now, we did buy the header a few episodes ago. I can't remember how many, but a few episodes ago, we put on a bigger header on this thing, and yeah, it's looking pretty awesome. All right, $319 to repair the harvester and $1,508 to repair the header. There we go, all taken care of. All right, hopping back in this bad boy. Let's go ahead and come out of the shop, and hopefully we can fit through here, which we probably can't. Oh, maybe we can. All right, we're gonna drive down this way. Let's check on our wool production from our sheep, and maybe there's a couple pallets of wool we can sell at some point. And again, not sure of the prices, but we'll deal with that in just a little bit of time. Yeah, there it is. We got 2 full pallets of wool there. So here we go, on our way to our chicken farm. We are going to harvest ourselves some barley. All right, here it is, barley field number 1. This is really exciting. Let's go ahead and lower down this harvester. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and let's harvest ourselves some barley. All right, as you can see, we got some straw swathing going on. We could bring our baler over here, and we could bale up the straw and probably sell that. Not sure what else to do with it. I don't think the goats or the sheep are going to eat straw, but we'll figure it out. All right, well, the harvester is full, and we are not done with our field yet. So we're gonna drive the harvester over to the chickens, and maybe we can just put the pipe out and dump this barley right into the chickens. It's 8,000 liters. The problem is trying to get the harvester back here. I know there are some problems. This is the end of the map, and there are some problems trying to drive this way. We kind of get stuck on things, so let's try and maneuver this thing. Let's get that pipe out, and let's see if we can't finagle our way back in here. Yep, that's not going to work. Yeah, we're running into the invisible wall, which is the end of the map. Man, if we can get rid of this tree, that would be great. All right, let's buy ourselves a chainsaw. Let's just go with this steel. It's $1,000. We have the money. All right, here it is, a little chainsaw. Let's cut down this tree. All right, that tree's gone. We can't really cut down these bushes, although really would be nice. I wish we could. All right, now let's see if we can drive this thing over here without getting stuck. And hopefully this barley will just start to kind of pour out. Oh man, we are stuck on something else. I think there's some sort of stump there. All right, let's see if we can do this. Well, there we go. We finagled our way in here to this chicken coop, and we are dumping as much barley as we can get in here. These 2 chicken feed tanks were empty at the beginning of June here, so I'm not sure how long this is gonna last, but we gotta fill these things up. All right, well, there we go. All of the barley is out of the harvester. Let's check on the chicken coop. 8,000 liters is in there. Now it still has room for more. It probably holds about, 10,000 liters maybe? Or actually, it says it's 100% full, so maybe that's it. So 1 harvester full of barley fills up 1 chicken coop. Let's head back to this field of barley, and let's suck up the rest of this, and hopefully we can fill up the other chicken coop, and that would be great. All right, 9,000 liters is what this silo holds. So we're gonna fill up the next one because that one is actually out of food as well. And I'm hoping we can get the harvester back in there. We can put this pipe back and let's try and squeeze through here. Oh, looks like we made it. All right, here we go. Filling up the, now the other one's not gonna be full yet. So we have these 2 fields of barley, and it's not even enough to fill up the grain tanks in these chicken coops. Now I don't know how long 9,000 liters of food is going to last, but I'm probably certain that it is not going to last until the next round of barley is up and running for us. So I think what we are going to have to do, first of all, we got to get this harvester out of here. But I think what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to use some of the barley from the other field, the big barley field, in order to put some more barley over here. We might just have to hang on to the barley and maybe put it in a silo and not sell it, so we can just have it sitting here for the chickens. Well, take a look. I mean, barley's not really able to be sold anyway at a good price. I mean, it looks like it's not good until December, so we're going to need a silo anyway to put the barley in. All right, let's take a look at some silos. Gosh, we got a lot of options here. Here's one that holds 100,000 liters. Got 75,000 liters. Here's a double one that holds 150,000 liters. Boy, there's some big ones in here. I don't know how many liters that other field is gonna produce. Well, here's a silo. We could stick it over here, but honestly, gosh, I don't know. I don't want to take up this area because I want to put some more animals here eventually. I mean, we could put it back here, but this land is not owned by us, and then it's gonna kind of go into that field. I mean, we could stick it kind of back here, kind of out of the way. I mean, we're not really going to be able to put goats back here anyway. But I feel like it should go, you know, by the big grain fields on the main farm. Tell you what, let's drive our harvester back to the main farm, and then we'll put a silo up over there. I mean, we're gonna be harvesting a huge field of barley over there, so we'll put a silo in once we're able to harvest most of that barley. We'll dump the barley in the silo. That way, it's there for us. And at least we'll have a better understanding of how much barley we're going to get from that big field. So let's go ahead over to the main farm. Let's harvest that barley up, and then we will purchase a silo for that farm. All right, here is our humongous field of barley. Let's go ahead and drop down this harvester, and let's harvest this humongous field. All right, well, we had to switch our trailer. This one is low enough to fit under the pipe that comes out of the harvester. The other trailer, I got it to work the first time, but then I couldn't get it back underneath the pipe without, you know, I mean, it was just really difficult. So this looks like it's the trailer we're gonna have to use with that harvester because it's low enough to get the pipe over it. Only holds 28,000 liters, which is fine. But now we're at the point where we need to buy a silo. All right, well, here is the silo we're gonna purchase. It holds 150,000 liters. I think that's gonna be good. I mean, eventually we're gonna have more grain to put in here. So let's go ahead and buy this one. It's like a little twin silo. It's kind of similar to the one that was already on the farm, I think, when we first started this series. But this is gonna cost us $60,000, and we're gonna put it right here on this field which we own, and eventually the grain mill is going to go in here as well, but for right now we just need to hold this stuff. So let's put this right here. All right, there we go. Bam, silo is in. Now we can bring our grain over here and we can dump it, and that's what we're going to do right now. We'll put our 28,000 liters of barley in here. We can hang on to this. I mean, it's not going to sell until December, but the important thing is we're going to have the barley so that we can take it to feed our chickens whenever they need food. And 28,000 liters of barley should be enough barley to get them, I don't know, probably through the year. I don't know, but we'll figure that part out as the months roll by. All right, well, there it is. All of the barley in this humongous field has been harvested. And let's go ahead and drive the harvester back to the trailer. We're going to drop off the 2,100 liters from the harvester to the trailer. We'll take the trailer over to the silo and dump it in there. Probably going to have about 30,000 liters of barley in the silo, and that is pretty awesome. All right, well, there it is. The barley is all in the trailer. Let's switch over to the trailer. We're going to drive this to the silo. We're going to dump it in. 26,139 in the trailer. I think there's 28,000 already in the silo, so it's going to be about 54,000. Gosh, what am I trying to say here? I can't speak. 54,000 liters of barley. That's a lot of damn barley. All right, there we go. All the barley is in the silo. Let's take this trailer and we are going to park it over here on the farm. And we have to bale up our straw, but we also have all of our grass to do. So let's go ahead and drop this trailer off here. We actually have to move this other trailer. It's a shame this trailer didn't work out. I do have barley in there, so we can go dump this into the silo. We've got 8,000 liters of barley here, so we're actually going to have about 62,000 liters of barley in this silo. And I'm kind of glad we went with the bigger silo that holds 150,000 because we are going to have more grain throughout the next few months to harvest. And we're going to need somewhere to put it. All right, there it is. The 8,000 liters of barley from the Michelin Man trailer is in the silo. All right, there we go. Parking the trailer over here. Let's go ahead and detach it. And we're going to move our tractor. We're actually going to take this tractor to our shed up on the hill. We are going to grab our grass cutting equipment, and we are going to cut the crap out of our grass.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in the shade. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in the way. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows.
All right, well, we are done mowing the grass, baling the grass, and now we have wrapped all of the bales, both of the farms here. We have bales strewn all around. We also baled up all of the straws you can see in our field. And yeah, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. Full day's work here on the farm. We're going to go ahead and return the bale wrapper to the farm. And we are going to grab the trailer and we are going to load up our straw bales from both of the farms. And I think it's okay to sell them. I mean, the price is not great for hay or straw, but it's you know, it's got to be done. We can't hang on to the straw bales. We really don't have any place to put them. So we're just going to load them up on the trailer. We're going to take them to wherever we can get the most money, and we are going to sell them. Make some money. I think waiting the extra day for the grass harvest really paid off. We have a ton of bales over here on the farm. I would imagine we are going to have a large sum of money here once all is said and done. All right, let's see if we can get this bale wrapper back into the shed. All right, here we go. Dropping it off here. That is pretty neat there. And we're going to have to wash our equipment. It is pretty dirty. The other thing that we're going to have to do is we are going to have to grab some of the grass bales that we left unwrapped. And we are going to take those to the sheep pen. Make sure our sheep and goats are going to have grass to eat for the next few months until we get another harvest. And speaking of which, we have a decision to make with the barley field. The barley fields that we have, we can't really plant anything for another 3 months. So I think it's in our best interest to go ahead and plant another crop of grass in the meantime while we wait for those fields to be ready for another planting of barley, just to maximize our space and profit. I think it's a smart thing to do. We are all about making money here on the farm. Now, the other thing that I did was I fed all of the chickens. So I took some more barley and I dumped it in the chicken silos to make sure they are at 100% feed. Let's go ahead and turn this trailer on. And here we go, picking up all the straw bales. And we're going to take these somewhere to get that the money for them. It's not going to be a lot of money, but maybe a couple $1,000s here. We will wait and see. I'm not sure how many straw bales we are going to have, but right now we have 6 over here on this farm. And we'll go back to the main farm and we'll pick up all the straw bales in that barley field and we'll see how many we have. Oh boy, we accidentally picked up a silage bale. That's not good. You know, we might have to sacrifice one. I'm not really sure how to get that off of this trailer other than manually pick it up, and I don't even know if we can do that. And once we sell these straw bales here, we're going to figure out how much money we have. We do have some purchases that we have to make either in this month or the next month. We're going to need a potato harvester at some point. Our potatoes are going to be ready soon. We're also going to need to buy the grain mill at some point, and then we are also going to need to buy the oil processing plant. As you can see in our field here that we bought over to the right, we did mow the grass in this field, and we did get a couple of bales there, so that should help us out with some extra money. All right, I'm going to detach the trailer. I put it in the unload bales position, and we're going to try and get this silage bale off of here. All right, there we go. I think we got it figured out. Let's take this silage bale off. We'll just stick it on the ground right here. And then we can continue loading the straw bales in the barley field off in the distance. And let's see how many we can get. All right, now hopefully we don't pick up any of these silage bales on the way to get to the rest of the straw bales. And here we go. Put it back into the operating position. And let's pick up the rest of these bales. All right, we have a full trailer here. We still have about 5 straw bales left in the field. We are going to go take these to the, I guess, the supermarket. Let's see. Put this in transporting position. Believe this falls under hay. And looks like the animal dealer and the farmer's market. Let's go ahead and take it to the animal dealer. We'll go ahead and tag that on the map. And let's take these straw bales over there, see how much money we get, and we should have about 5 bales left. We'll make 2 trips, and currently our bank account $253,000, and I'm assuming this is probably going to get us another 10,000 or so, maybe even more. Only time will tell. I don't even know what that means. Here we are at the animal dealer. Let's go ahead and unload these bales here, see how much money we can get for them. And there we go. Bam. $23,289 for the straw bales. That is not bad at all. And we still have about 5 more bales to go. We're going to go grab those, bring them back here, get a couple extra bucks into the bank account. And we are up close to $300,000 right now. And as mentioned before, we do have some big purchases to make. I'm not sure about the timing of the purchases. We have the oil mill that we need to buy, the grain mill, and we also need to buy something that's going to help harvest the potatoes when they are ready, because I believe they're going to be ready in the month of July, which is pretty exciting. The other thing that we're going to need to buy at some point is we are going to need to buy the potato processing plant so we can start making potato chips and becoming the potato chip kings of Sri Lanka here. I mean, the people in this town, they really want their potatoes. All right, well, we got our 5 straggler straw bales. Let's go ahead and sell these bad boys off here to the animal dealer. And there we go. Whoop. 4,008, I can't read it, 4,008 something, I think, almost $5,000 for those bales, which is great. That brings our bank account up to $281,000. And I'll tell you what, while we're driving our trailer back through the farm, let's go ahead and fill it up with these silage bales, and that way we'll be prepared for the next month, or actually the 2nd day of June. We'll be prepared to sell some of these silage bales wherever we need to sell them. And I'm assuming it's going to be the animal dealer. They're usually the ones that buy these silage bales. So let's fill up this trailer and get it prepared. And whoa, let's run into that silage bale, catch that one before it rolls away. And we've got bales all the way strewn about the farm. We did cut all the grass on this side, and we even cut the grass behind our wheat field, which is off in the distance. So we'll load this trailer up and we'll stick it back on the farm. Got a couple more things to do before we sleep into the 2nd day of June. In that 2nd day of June, we are going to be able to sell off our silage, and I would imagine our bank account is going to be humongous. I mean, if we can get upwards of $200,000 for these silage bales, and we're going to have close to $500,000 in the bank account. That's going to set us up really, really nice. All right, we're going to grab our other trailer here. We're going to take it over to the other farm, and we are going to load up the grass bales that we have over there that we didn't wrap for silage, and we are going to take them to the sheep pen. There should be that little extra area on the side of the sheep pen, and we can go ahead and stick those in there to store them, and that way we can use them when the sheep need grass. We'll have a nice stock of grass bales for them. All right, here we go, loading up the grass bales on this trailer. As you can see, the goats have 4 grass bales in their little storage thing on the side, and now we're going to have 4 grass bales for the sheep. And that's really going to help us out. We're probably not going to need to store any more grass bales the next cycle of grass, but we do want to start building up a little stock of these grass bales for the sheep and the goats, because the winter time is going to be coming before we know it, and of course we cannot have any grass harvest during the winter time. All right, there we go, all 4 grass bales loaded up on the trailer. We're going to take these over to the sheep. We'll set them in there. Should probably check on the price of eggs and goat milk, but I think we already did that. So we'll probably wait until next month to do that. Again, strap down these bales. We'll throw them in the sheep pen. I believe the sheep have a full load of grass that they're eating right now, so do the goats. So they're not going to need any bales right now, but this is definitely going to help us out for the months to come. I'm going to keep track. I got to keep track of how much grass these goats and sheep are eating. I also want to keep track of the feed in the chicken coops, because as of right now there's 9,000 liters of grain in the chicken coop, and it's the 1st of June, so we're going to keep track of how much they eat per month. So it's going to give us an idea of what's going to be required to actually keep them fed for a whole year. All right, we got to maneuver around these trees. Probably not a great idea to put the sheep pen right here. Oh boy, we're blocking traffic again. That's all right, let's be quick about this and we'll be fine. All right, all 4 grass bales are in there. We do have some wool over here. We've got 3 big pallets of wool, so we might have to sell those soon. Not sure what the price of wool is. Let's go ahead and reconnect to this trailer and get out of everybody's way so that they can go on about their day's work. And let's kind of cross this sidewalk here. And look at that, big ridges on these sidewalks. I'll tell you what, Farming Simulator 25, not happy when you drive over the sidewalks. Here are our small fruit greenhouses, and they are in need of servicing, but we do not want to add in any more product there just because we don't want these to become overpowered. One of the things that we're going to try and do is we're going to try and limit the amount of product that we get from those just to make it a little bit more realistic. So we do have some of it we're going to sell, and we should probably do that next. And then we're not going to refill all the components of the fruit greenhouses until we sell all of the product out of it. I figured that'll be a fair way to do it. So let's go ahead and attach this trailer. Let's take care of that right now. All right, taking a look at the greenhouses. They are out of seeds in both. We're not going to fill them up as of right now, but we got grapes, green beans, olives, peas, and spinach. If we take a look at the price of grapes, it is going down, so we are going to need to sell the grapes right now. That price is dropping way too much. We don't want to wait. I think for the green beans, we're probably going to wait until July. Looks like the price jumps up pretty good in July, so we'll wait to sell the green beans until July. As for the olives, it looks like there's a small tick in the 2nd day of June, so we'll probably sell those after we sleep. As for the peas, the same thing. Kind of looks like there's a little tick up at the 2nd day of June, so we'll probably sell those after we sleep as well. Spinach looks like we could wait till July, so we'll probably do that. But for right now, let's go ahead and get our grapes in here, sell those. There we go, filling the trailer with grapes. Now we could buy a grape processing plant. We could make, I don't know, raisins, grape juice, But we're not going to do that at this point in this series. We're just going to use the raw grapes as a source of profit. I think there's just a little over 6,000 liters in each greenhouse, so it's going to give us about 12,000 liters. And it should be upwards of $20,000, $30,000 that we could use here to sell. Taking a look again at the price of grapes, it looks to me like the farmer's market is giving us the best price at $1,930. And that farmer's market is right around the corner. So we're just gonna run these to the farmer's market and get paid. All right, trailer full of grapes. Well, not full, it's 12,000 liters, a little over 12,000 liters. Let's go ahead and dump this at the farmer's market. Everybody loves fresh grapes. I was just eating some this morning, I'm just saying. All right, let's go ahead and dump our grapes in and see how much money we make. All right, there we go, $23,239. That's not a bad haul. Bunch of grapes there, and people here in Sri Lanka love their grapes. So let's go ahead and return this trailer, and I believe that is pretty much everything that we have to do, I think, as far as selling things and getting prepared to sleep up until the second day of June. All right, let's go ahead and park this trailer here. Let's unload it, and we're going to drive around here, and let's talk about making a potentially big purchase. All right, taking a look at potato technology, we have the Ropa Kyler 2 RK22 potato harvester. We also have this one. I mean, it's only $15,000 more for the Evo 290, and I believe this is the way to go. It's a much bigger capacity. This one goes up to 10.7 cubic meters. This one's 12 cubic meters. We want as much capacity as possible. It requires 200 horsepower to pull it, but we do have a tractor that can do that. So this would be our potato harvester. It seems a little big for our small patch of potatoes, but I feel like we're going to expand potatoes in the future. So this is definitely going to be the harvester that we buy. The question is, do we buy it now or do we wait? Because we don't need to harvest potatoes until August. So we still have another month and we haven't sold our silage yet. So do we pull the trigger now or do we wait until August to buy it? Taking a look at canola here. Canola can be harvested in July. We are going to need that oil processing plant at some point. I don't just want to sell off the canola. I do want to start turning a profit on it. So the canola plant or the oil processing plant is another big purchase, and we're probably going to need that before we need the potato harvester. So I think that we should spend our money on the oil processing plant before we buy the potato harvester. I just don't want to spend all of our money and then all of a sudden we're stuck without a potato harvester. Well, taking a look at the price of wool, it is falling off sharply. And I do believe that we are going to need to sell our wool right here in this episode. I think we're going to hold off on the big purchase until the month of July. But what we are going to do right now, we're going to sell off our wool. And then the other thing that we have to do to end the episode, we have to cultivate our barley fields and plant grass in them. Because we do want to take advantage of the couple months where those fields are going to be sitting empty. If we plant grass now, the first day of June, then by the first day of August or September, we're going to have another kind of plot of grass that we can harvest, which is going to just give us an extra amount of money. And I missed a turn to go pick up the wool, so let's go ahead and fix that. And let's go pick up our wool. We will sell our wool, see how much money we get for that. It should be a nice chunk of change. I mean, we're going to get our bank account up here, and that's exactly the point of Farming Simulator. Make money. The other thing we want to do is buy more sheep, buy more goats, all that good stuff. And we do have this field right here where we're going to put more sheep pens. It's probably going to cost us about $150,000 for another big thing of sheep. All right, let's get these wool pallets loaded up and we'll take them somewhere and sell it. Now, we don't have the funds at this point to buy the spinnery. Eventually we do want to buy the spinnery, but I think we're going to wait until we get some cotton going. Wouldn't it be great to have like a cotton field? But that's going to be probably later in this series. We're going to need to be making a lot of money to be able to afford the cotton harvester. It's about, I think it's like $600,000 or $700,000. All right, wool is all loaded up. Let's check on the price. All right, farmers market, $3,203. That's where we're going to take it. Same place that took our grapes, and we're doing some business with the farmers market here, and they love us in Zielonka. All right, let's go ahead and cut back over through our fields. We'll get to the farmers market. We'll sell our wool. I'm imagining it's going to be about $9,000. Maybe we have 3 pallets at $3,000 a piece, so a little over $9,000 of profit right here, which is great. All right, coming up to the unloading zone. Here we go. Let's unstrap them. Bam, they are gone, and $9,608. That's really great. Let's go ahead and return our trailer to the farm. We're going to grab our cultivator. We're going to cultivate our barley fields. We're going to seed our barley fields, and then we're going to plant. We're going to cultivate the farm. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm so excited. I just can't speak. We are going to cultivate our barley fields. We are going to then seed them with grass, and at that point we're going to go to sleep. And when we wake up in the second day of June, we have a lot of stuff to do. We're going to have to fertilize those barley fields so the grass can start growing. But first things first, cultivating and seeding, and I think that's going to do it for the day. After we're done that, we're probably not going to have much to do. We're just going to sleep and let these silage bales turn into silage. And I'm really curious to see how much money we can make from these silage bales. Let's go ahead and start up our Case tractor. We're going to use this for our cultivating and for our seeding. And at some point, maybe we could think about upgrading our cultivator. I mean, it's pretty small. We are going to have some extra funds here in the next couple months, I'd imagine. We do have some big purchases we need to make, but you know, maybe we'll keep an eye out in the used market to see if there is a bigger cultivator available, because a field like this barley field, it's going to take forever to cultivate it. Now, I've noticed some of these bare spots in the game, and I don't know whether that was an update. Sort of seems like they're randomly formed here in through the fields, and I kind of like that. It shows the realism, because when you plant a field of barley, corn, whatever, not all of it is going to be harvestable. You're going to have disease sections or sections of the soil that just don't grow right, and I really like the fact that that's in here. There are little patches, almost like strange alien crop circles, which it could be, but there are these little patches of ground, and you can see it in the wheat field across the way there too, where product just isn't growing, and that's just kind of realistic of what you can expect on a farm, even though I'm no farmer and I don't have any data to back that up. I'm just talking.
Free.
All right, well, there it is. We are done cultivating and seeding this barley field. Let's turn it back into a grass field for the next couple months, and then we will turn it back into a barley field once August hits. We're going to take the cultivator and the seeder over to the other farm. We are going to do that small barley field over there as well, convert it into more grass, which we don't really need to do, but if it's going to make us a couple extra bucks, then we're going to go ahead and do it. And at that point, the only thing left to do is to sleep and get into the second day of June when we can sell our silage. So let's take the equipment over to that other farm. Let's go ahead and cultivate and seed it, and then we will see you back at the farm when we're done.
Many months later.
Well, there it is. We have cultivated and seeded these two barley fields over here by the chicken coops. We are going to take the tractors back to the farm. We will wash them off, and one of them needs to be filled up with gas. We'll take care of that. Now, we're not going to take them to the shop at this point. We might do that in between episodes. But let's get these tractors back to the shop. Let's wash them off. They have done a good day's worth of work, and they need to be cleaned. Well, this tractor certainly is dirty, and we've got to keep it clean. We're going to wash it off. We'll wash off the seeder behind it. Then we're going to bring our case tractor down here with the cultivator. We're going to do the same thing. Then we're going to take both of these pieces of equipment with the tractors to the shop, and we're going to repair them so that we can keep them in good working order. And after we do that, we are going to sleep into the month of June. Well, it'll still be the month of June. It'll be the second day of June. And in the second day of June, we've got some stuff to sell. We are going to have our silage, which is going to be fully turned, and we can take that and sell that. And hopefully our bank account will be upwards of $500,000, and that is something exciting to look forward to. And speaking of look forward to stuff, look forward to the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for all the love and support on the channel. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit that bell notification so that you're notified of all the content coming out. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like the video, you gotta hit it. It's part of the YouTube rules. And leave your comments down below. It doesn't even matter what you say. And most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. We are gonna see you right back here in the next video.